इतनी शिद्दत से मैंने तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है कि हर जर्रे ने मुझे तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश की है। कहते हैं अगर किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है। आज आप सब ने मुझे मेरी चाहत से मिलाया। थैंक यू वेरी मच। मैं आप सबका शुक्रगुजार हूं कि आपने मेरे ख्वाबों को यकीन में बदल दिया। इतना कि आई फील लाइक द किंग ऑफ द वर्ल्ड।
You know, the simple thing like, I'm happy and joyful, 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 I'm happy and joyful. The number that I had written kept on increasing the number every few lakhs. This third company gave me 5 lakhs more than what I had written the last.
You're kidding me.
You know, I was making up. You have to fake it till you make it type. Started off with that ki feel kar. You've got a job in the area of your interest and skills. Wow. And you're earning more than what you're currently drawing. Wow. मतलब काम भी अच्छा और salary भी ज़्यादा. Started believing that. दर्द में भी लोग मज़ा ढूंढने लग जाते हैं. Halfway into the year and just evaluating how far am I from the target, and he said, तेरी मैं salary हटा दूँ, आधी कर दूँ तेरी salary. 10 minutes into the system, I'm like, चल boss.
Hi and welcome to Joining Hands. My name is Hitesh Bhatia. We bring to you stories of transformation, stories of inspiration, stories of victory over our pains, our miseries, our difficult times, and stories where these transformation, where our victory has come using different tools under the larger alternate healing umbrella. Sometimes in life you get a chance to talk to friends. Sometimes I invite guests, I invite different people from our community, but sometimes you get a chance to talk to friends. And when we talk to friends, we can fold up our legs and just have fun, and that's what we'll do today. I have with me in-house a dear friend Sahil. And hi Sahil, and welcome to Joining Hands.
Hi Hitesh bhai, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for removing time. It's a rainy day in Delhi.
I know.
The traffic.
Indeed.
Have you come a long way?
I mean, like 40 minutes away. So
Is
it's
that
not too long ago. Yeah,
I find everybody in Delhi has been telling me that सिर्फ 40 minutes ही है, सिर्फ 50 minutes, like 40 minutes is a lot of travel, right?
Indeed. But Delhi mein, you know, because the entire Delhi NCR is connected, so
of course,
you know, people travel from Delhi to Noida to Gurgaon, so yeah, it's common for Delhiites.
So 40-45 minutes travel is
very common.
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
Good. So Sahil, let's start by understanding a little about you. Where were you born? What was life like growing up? Were you the only child? Sure. So please tell us a little about.
All right. So yeah, I mean, my native is in Punjab, and 1.5 years, when I was just 1.5 years, we moved from Punjab to Haryana, right? This was back in the year 1986. I was just 1.5 years old. So from a Punjabi, I became a Haryanvi.
Oh,
right. So yeah, I've taste of Haryana and Punjab, and was brought up in a small town called Radhaur, which is close to Kurukshetra and Yamunanagar. Small town upbringing. My dad is a doctor, mom is a housewife, and I have an elder brother. And so we used to live in a small town, and our school was like 20 kilometers away. So we used to like wake up early, reach the school early, come back late in a school bus. So we had a close community of just our school friends, who used to come and go with us in the same bus.
20 kilometers daily kiya to 40 minutes though is not very big, right?
Yeah. So we are used to that from the very beginning. Yeah. So yeah, I've been a meritorious student. I've been good with studies, been into sports, been a singer, stage artist from the very beginning.
Wow.
So, I thought I'll make it big in life from the very beginning. But yeah, I mean, life, became challenging with time. So till like 10th, I was like meritorious student. But I think वो 11वीं 12वीं में होता है ना, you know.
Puberty hit होती है और कुछ नहीं होता है, हम बाकी सब चीज़ों को बोल देते हैं.
Right.
Yeah, but puberty hit होती है, लड़कियाँ, freedom मिल गया स्कूल, अभी हम बच्चे नहीं रहे.
True. So I mean, I did my +1 and +2 from Chandigarh.
Okay.
So वहाँ पढ़ाई के अलावा हमने सब कुछ किया. We just roamed around. I had gone for my IIT coaching, but IIT के अलावा बाकी सब घूमना फिरना सब किया.
कोई डॉक्टर नहीं बनना था, मतलब कहते हैं ना, डॉक्टर का बेटा तो डॉक्टर ही बनता है.
Oh yes, I mean, that's a funny story. in the 10th, when I was just completing 10th, we exchanged slam books. In the slam book, I had written in the very last month of the 10th standard that I want to be a doctor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And in plus one, I took non-medical.
You took non-medical?
Yeah. Just 1 month after that, I took non-medical.
Okay.
Destiny had me, right? I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be in this, if not healing, I didn't know of healing back then, but with something to do with human life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I was just crossing my 10th, it was a time when my brother was also graduating, or he got into medical then. And his first-hand experience was it's too tough to get into medical, right? So he said, "Tu jitna marzi intelligent ho, but it's not easy to get into medical, right? The competition is so stiff, so you better play it safe and you get into non-medical." While I didn't like maths, I didn't like computers, but I still took non-medical in plus one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I think, a flip, from what I wanted to be and what life had for me. And plus one में non-med ले लिया, 2 साल 11th 12th enjoy किया, and luckily I got a decent enough engineering college, graduated from Kurukshetra University College, and so I had a good time. Even in the college, I was into music bands, doing anchoring for shows, that kind of stuff I kept on doing. But I was very bad on my attendance. My teachers didn't know who's Sahil, only during the बहुत बार सोचा, but
वो एक अलग शो पे करेंगे.
Yeah, some other time. So yeah, I mean, I trained myself in Hindustani classical, sang in college bands, office bands, the corporate bands. Bangalore में एक paid gig भी किया, आज तक मैंने एक ही paid gig किया है, that's in Bangalore. And that was a friend's birthday, 50th birthday, I sang on.
Oh, wow.
It was a full-fledged band, 7-8 membered band.
Oh, very nice.
So, but yeah, I mean, music has become a hobby now, not a career, but yeah, it still holds a very important place in my heart. So yeah, I mean, life kept going on. Engineering हुआ, engineering के बाद job लगा, got into IT. But very early on in my IT career, I thought कि मेरे को technology में नहीं रहने का है.
Coding or something.
Coding, yeah. While I liked the business side of things, so I made a move from coding to pre-sales, which is
nice.
the work you do before the actual sales happen.
The RFP,
RFP process.
RFI, RFP.
Correct.
The entire tenders, vendors.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
So supporting the sales functions basically.
True. So I did that for 5 years. Got a lot of chances to travel to UK. So I was looking into the EMEA region then.
Right.
So I got a lot of chances to travel to London, to places around London. So that was a brilliant time. You get paid, and that was like paid vacations of sorts, right? So yeah, I had a good time doing that. And then I did MBA in marketing.
So you did pre-sales, and then you went ahead to do your MBA.
Correct.
I think by then you knew what you want to make your career in, right?
So I was in technology, and I thought probably I want to get into sales post MBA.
Right.
So, and hence, I learned something on while studying.
Sure.
So that is why I went for my MBA after like 8 years of experience. Took a break of 1 year, went to SPJ in Mumbai, did 1 year executive MBA course, and there I got placed on campus, and I got into sales role.
Which is what I wanted.
And but then later on I realized, so I mean I did that sales role for around 4-5 years. But then I realized that the sales role is not adding value to me, or I'm not adding value to the role I am doing. It was a very plain Jane sales role, which was like I was probably playing a role of a mediator and not I was not able to add value. And then I was like, how will I make a cut and get into a space wherein I'm adding value? I'm using what I learned during my MBA, right? So my MBA was in marketing, and I thought I'll do something around digital marketing because that's the booming area.
Right.
But, everybody said, no, dude, if you've been doing this kind of sales for last 4-5 years, nobody is going to give you another chance to get into another field in sales.
Right.
Then I was like, oh man, I'm going to get old doing this normal sales.
How old are you, sorry?
How old do I look?
Yeah, I think early 30s.
Yeah, late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
तो अभी late 30s में आप बोल रहे हैं I'm gonna get old.
या आई मीन अभी ऐसा लगता है ना कि अरे यार यही चलता रहेगा तो मज़ा नहीं आएगा. मैंने आई वांटेड वेरी इलेक्ट्रीफाइंग करियर, तो वो बहुत नॉर्मल सा चल रहा था. नॉट मच ऑफ चैलेंजेस और वैल्यू एड फ्रॉम माई साइड. आई एम यूजिंग दिस वर्ड वैल्यू एड टू मच, बट या. So, and that is when, I got in touch with Joining Hands in 2021. So that's a very fascinating or interesting story. How I got into this space. I was in Bangalore and I was taking a stroll in my society, and one of my friend's car was parked there, and I was just peeping into the car, and there was a book lying which said, "You can heal your life."
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, what does it mean? Can you heal your life? Right? So then I was like, I called that friend of mine. I was like, I saw this book in your car. Can I borrow it? So this is a friend of mine who also is into alternate healing.
Nice.
So she said, if you are keen on this space, why don't you talk to Hitesh?
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't know that's going to come back to me.
Then I was like, okay, yeah, please get me introduced. And you started Joining Hands in 2020, right?
Yes.
I joined Joining Hands in 2021. It was probably a year by then, and I came to know that you guys are holding talks to create awareness around alternate healing.
Yes.
Right? So, and I probably had a spiritual bent of mind earlier also, but never explored that side.
Right.
Right? मतलब मैं बचपन से I was a God loving person. Right? Not God fearing. I was like कि भगवान मेरे friend हैं. He'll take care of things, that kind of stuff. So it so happened ki I started attending Joining Hands sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I started realizing better ways of living, or when problem strikes, how do you overcome your challenges, right? And then it so happened when I was not very happy with my sales role.
What year was it? The same year?
This was 22. I joined in 2021.
Right.
And 1 year into this space, 22 is when I was not happy with my sales role of last 5 years.
Oh, so you had been in sales for 5 years already before
Yeah,
that?
2017 to 22, I was in sales.
And when did you complete your MBA from?
2016.
So you completed your MBA, you immediately got into sales.
Correct.
And then you mentioned earlier that there was a phase in your life where you were not really, you wanted to move to digital.
Correct.
And this was around that same phase?
This is the year 2022 when I didn't know which space I want to get into, but I was not enjoying where I was. Right?
And you were doing well professionally?
Professionally, I was doing okay, money-wise okay, but not mentally. I was not very into the job or enjoying the job.
So, okay, bataiye. I mean, without numbers, when you say professionally, okay, I mean, did you make more than what average people make, or what average MBAs were making of your
average? I would not say I was making higher than average. I was still at average pay packages, but not happy internally because of the work.
And in terms of work, were you achieving goals, targets that you had set, the company had set, or you had set?
No, I was not able to make my target back then.
Okay.
And
do you think that was a reason of not enjoying the role or feeling the discomfort, or you were just plain not enjoying what you do? You mentioned the word value add, right? So
yeah, I mean, more than the numbers, it was that I was not enjoying the work.
So that's the key, right? I think we do what we do because we should love what we want to do.
Right? So I think the love factor, that interest factor was missing there.
Yeah, I think I'm lucky I get to do what I do. I meet friends, I talk.
I so envy you.
Please don't. Come and take my chair. I'm sure we can have another chair over here and have 2 more shows. There's so much awareness needed about the work we're doing.
Oh, wonderful. So yeah, I'm happy to share that. So and the story that I want to share, so during those days I came to know about manifestation. This was through Ankita, who happened to be one of the Joining Hands members.
Yes.
She shared her story to the group that one of her properties was stuck and she wanted to sell it off. She wasn't able to sell it for several years.
Oh yeah, I know that story. Yeah.
Right.
So she did something. She manifested it, and I think it sold in a couple of days after that.
Correct.
Yes, I remember.
So I thought if she could do it, why can't I? Or I mean, I didn't have faith in it right away, but then I thought, it's worth trying.
We call that the curiosity gap in marketing.
Right.
Someone has done it.
Yeah.
And I have a similar situation. Of course, I'm sure here's not the property.
Yeah.
But typically it's pretty much how all the YouTube and everything works. When you see those thumbnails that say solved this or I did this. You know, that's exactly what is the curiosity gap.
Right.
That's what happened for you.
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so I decided that I'm going to. So it goes like you have to write a statement which you want to, which you want it, which you want to.
What you want to
Yeah, what
achieve.
you want to achieve, yeah.
Right. Or what you want to come true for you.
Correct, yeah. So, and then you have to write that statement with your own hands using a pen and a paper for 21 times a day, 21 days, right? So I thought, okay, let me try doing that, right? And then they told that you have to either do it in the night before you sleep or the moment you wake up in the morning, because that's when your subconscious is
Right.
listening to you of sorts. So then I thought, morning would be a better time for me because family members would be fast asleep and I can get my own time, because in the night people would be around and I might not be able to focus. And I started writing in my diary on day one. I wrote a very closed statement that, and they say that you have to feel thankful to the universe for, achieving
the gratitude
the
manifestation.
gratitude, right? So, I mean, I wrote thanks to the universe for getting me a job in digital marketing or something. I don't recall what exactly I wrote, but it was a very closed-ended statement. Probably something like I was directing the universe to give me that. Just this, not something else. So I started off with that, and I again reached out to Ankita and I asked her that, is that right? She said, why don't you let the universe play its role rather than you directing the universe to get a particular thing. Let the universe guide what's better for you. So then I changed my statement to, thanks to the universe for getting me a job in the area of my interest and skills.
Wow. During all this time, did you have any questions that कि क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? मतलब लिखने से अगर पूरा हो जाएगा तो?
I mean, there was a lot of doubts कि ये होगा नहीं होगा. Starting में, I was very logical that way. So I was like, ये काम होता नहीं होता, I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just, और स्टार्टिंग में हाथ दर्द होने लग जाता है.
आदत नहीं लिखने की, right?
लिखने की आदत नहीं है. सुबह आप you're groggy, you don't feel like writing in the morning. तो like 20 minutes into the system, then your hands are aching
over here and here.
Right? So
I think हमें आदत ही खत्म, because after nobody types. I remember, when we ran gratitude program once, and this guy would say, we would do online class. He would say, हो गया. हमने ये तो बहुत fast लिखता है, 5 minutes में कैसे हो गया? Then I realized one day this man is typing it out. I said, nahi. So, what really is manifestation? And it's a very beautiful word. Within the alternate healing realm, the word manifestation is often spoke about. The spirituality it spoke about. I think it's very misunderstood, the word manifestation. Manifestation is what you are infested with. The word manifestation is broken up. Man equals to human, which is referred to man or woman. Infestation is not being referred to in the right way nowadays. Typically referred to as infested with rodents, infested with animals, infested with a negative kind of thing. Manifestation, when you join the words together, it literally means what are you infested with. Most of us are infested with anger, with hate, and I'm sorry to say, but again, envy. Yeah. We all are, and I also, right? All of us have this journey where we are filled with different kind of emotions. We look at those emotions. The way the universe works, it's a huge magnet. What we broadcast, we attract. Gratitude is one of the tools. There are many tools that you can use for manifestations, creative visualization, breath work. There are multiple tools. Gratitude statements are one of those modalities where you write gratitude, you be grateful. Because when you are grateful, you broadcast that frequency outside.
True. And that's something I realized probably 7th, 8th day in the system. First few days was like, it was very mechanical. I thought, ye sach hoga, nahi hoga, I didn't know. So yeah, but I kept on writing. I would miss a day in between, but then I'll go back to it the following day. And
do you write the same things over and over again?
Yes. I just wrote, thanks to the universe for getting me a job in the area of my interest and skills, and getting me a salary of X lakhs.
When I was a child, my teacher would punish me. and on the board you would write, I have been a bad boy and I am sorry. पूरे board पे लिखना पड़ता था. And now I understand, right? मतलब अगर मैं 21 बार लिख रहा हूँ, I have been a bad boy, तो I'm actually going to become a bad boy, manifesting to become a bad boy.
Indeed, yeah. People, yeah. I mean, now we are aware of it.
Of course,
right?
now
Earlier we were not. So it so happened that I was desperate to get into a new job where I'm happier, right? And I think there was some strain on my job, the existing job back then. So I was okay to go at the same package which I was drawing earlier.
Was that unhappy in that role?
Yeah, I just wanted to move on.
Was it the same company from your that you were placed in your campus?
No, it was a different company.
So you had moved jobs already.
I was desperate to get the same salary. I wanted to change even at the same package.
बस निकाल दो मुझे यार.
हाँ, बस मुझे निकाल दो, मुझे अच्छी जगह में रहना, चाहे पैसा इतना ही रहे.
So इतना क्या issue था? Culture, role, company?
No, the role. It primarily, you're just playing a role of a mediator.
It wasn't fulfilling.
It wasn't fulfilling for me.
And how was that? I mean, if you, I'm presuming it was maybe 6-7 years back. No, 2022, right? So
22, yeah, couple of years ago.
And how long were you in that company?
Couple of years.
So 2.5, 3 years. Was it really that difficult?
Yeah, I mean, you wake up in the morning, you want to do something fruitful, you want to do something which impacts other people's life or yours life, right? But I thought I was just doing a plain Jane role. I was not happy doing it, and just drawing salary for very mediocre kind of a work, right? So there was a lack of satisfaction in that work.
So can we delve a little deeper into that side? Are you okay if I scrape a few things?
Yeah.
So what was it like? 2.5 is a fairly long time.
Yeah.
So you would get up every morning, and I think those days the work from home tha bhi nahi, you had to. So if you could take me through your entire day.
So for me it was a work from home.
Okay.
Yeah, and
are you in the EMEA markets?
No, it was India markets, but yeah, it was. In a sales role, you have to go and meet your clients. You don't have to necessarily go to the office regularly. So
if you got up, like what time would you normally get up?
Around 8ish.
Good motivation. Would you look forward to the day?
In a way that there was a call which was scheduled at 11 a.m. So you have to get your personal things done before 11 a.m. Rush for that 11 a.m. call.
But would you look forward कि आज का दिन मजा आएगा, आज का दिन तो?
Gradually I understood that I'm not enjoying that, right?
So that's not, in that phase where you understood this is not, you were so desperate to move at the same salary, you're not enjoying it. रोज सुबह you mentioned, right, कि अभी तो मैं मॉर्निंग में ग्रैटिट्यूड लिखता था और मैनिफेस्टेशन स्टेटमेंट्स लिखता था, बट उस टाइम पे मॉर्निंग्स क्या होती थी? ग्रॉगी थे, मोटिवेशन था कि क्या?
मोटिवेशन नहीं था. वाज लाइक another day, सेम पुशी बॉस,
क्या फिर से आज वही पीप.
हाँ, वो पूछेगा मुझसे, एंड देन आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ I'll be able to make my numbers or not. Right, even if you put a lot of effort into your sales, the results would not come because they are not in your hands. A lot. So in the job market in India is very volatile in a way that if you throw throw a stone, there would be engineers, right? But there is equal number of takers as well, right? There's so many companies, so you pay 10 lakhs, there's another one who's willing to pay 20 lakhs. Right, so why would that person stick with you, right? So the employees, the future employees are spoiled for options, right? So even after putting in a lot of effort to get the employees onboarded, consultants onboarded, they would drop at the last moment.
So it wasn't satisfying.
It wasn't satisfying. It wasn't rewarding in a way that 2 months of the effort has gone down the drain because somebody paid another 2 lakhs to the person. And you would not meet your numbers, right? So one is you are at the mercy of someone else, even if you've put in a lot of effort. Plus, it's not satisfying in a way that you're not enjoying that work. I thought that probably somebody who's not an MBA would also do equally good a job. Right. So there was no business angle to it.
Right.
Not too much. So coming back to the manifestation which I was writing, and
no, I'm not letting you go. I want to understand.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
I want to understand more, and I think I want our viewers to understand.
Yeah.
कि actually हो क्या रहा था आपके दिमाग? Was it how difficult was it? Because you did it for 2 years, which is a long time. Did you question why me? What was that phase like? Was it painful?
It wasn't a painful journey, but it was a lackluster journey. I was not interested in what I was doing. I was not liking what I was doing. Right? I didn't see impact of my work on anyone's life.
Right.
It was just like मुझे दो carton cold drink चाहिए, so you just get it done. So I don't know why this is needed. Why, if somebody is enjoying it, this cold drink or not. So there was no analogy for me, or there was no real-time value that I would see that my work has made to anyone's life.
If there was a day during this phase that would you say was your worst day, do you have any memory of that? You mentioned the boss was difficult to deal with.
Yeah. So it was a difficult boss I was dealing with, and
Female thi, male thi?
it was a male manager, and so he was a tough taskmaster. So and I came to know that it was his style. So one of those days he was doing so sales is a target driven role, right? So he had given targets to everybody, and I was halfway into the year and just evaluating how far am I from the target, and I said maybe I'll be able to reach halfway mark to my target by the end of the year, or somewhere close to that. So I said, तेरी मैं salary हटा दूँ, आधी कर दूँ तेरी salary. On a call, he was so upfront and so threatening of sorts.
And this was in front of a team or one?
No, it was thankfully it was one-on-one. But I hadn't faced that in a corporate space, right? For somebody to threaten the subordinate and threatening about salary, कि तेरी मैं आधी salary काट दूँ क्या?
आपकी आवाज़ से लग रहा है must be very painful.
Yeah, I was so threatening कि अरे boss. One, I was scandalized कि corporate space में I have not seen this kind of behavior. So that was one reason, and the second one, if it actually becomes true, आधा salary हो गया तो
और भी difficult हो जाएगा.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it was stressful a situation, and so yeah, I mean, I'm going through that phase, and
so जब आप इसको painful बोलते हो, do you compare your pain with somebody else's pain, or do you say इतना painful नहीं था मेरे life के हिसाब से? So मतलब I'm just trying to get an understanding here. एक पेन होता है जब मैं बोलता हूँ यार मेरी गाड़ी एयर कंडीशन नहीं है. अब दूसरा कोई बोल सकता है भाई तेरा गाड़ी तो है. और एक पेन होता है कि मेरी गाड़ी एयर कंडीशन नहीं है, मेरे लिए इतना डिफ़िकल्ट है कि भले मेरे पास इट इज़ माई यूनिवर्स फॉर मी. सो व्हाट पेन डू यू थिंक इज़ मोर रेलिवेंट व्हेन यू कंपेयर दिस?
नो, फॉर मी
पेन तो पेन होता है.
फॉर मी इट वाज लाइक as a child, I thought that I'll do big things in life.
So that's where the interesting. Sorry, I'm just making myself comfortable today.
Yeah, please.
दोस्त है तो यार कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. हाँ.
So it was like I wanted to do meaningful work when I grow up, right? So अभी मुझे लग रहा था यार अब मैं 35 का हो गया और कितना grow up होना है, right? This is my time to do good work, value add to the world, make a good impact in people's lives. राइट और वो उस जॉब में मुझे नहीं फील हो रहा था. एंड द मोर आई स्पेंड इन अ सिमिलर रोल, आई एंड अप डूइंग more of those roles even in the future. Right. People tell me कि boss, if you've done this kind of work for the last 5 years, 6 years, आपको आगे भी वही करना पड़ेगा. And it so happened, even when I was writing these manifestation statements, 2 of the companies reached out to me
with similar roles.
And I was like, अरे यार ये तो वैसे ही roles आ रहे हैं मेरे को दोबारा, अब मैं क्या करूँगा? And then there was another company which came, which offered a night shift. Then I was like, night shift तो नहीं करूँगा यार. I'm not going to wake up like till 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. I'm a very early to bed, early to rise kind of a person. So ये 2-3 बजे तक तो मुझे नहीं काम करना है. So but then I thought कि probably just for interview experience sake, I'll speak with them. So I took interview with them. And when they were explaining the job profile, I realized this is pretty interesting. This is something I have listened to or done during my MBA time. They were talking about digital marketing, customer experience, digital transformation. And I was like, wow, ये तो मैंने नहीं सोचा था कि And I had actually not thought that I could get into this space because I was
the opportunity comes disguised.
हाँ बिल्कुल. And it came.
आपने वो बाकी 2 कंपनीज को इंटरव्यू दिया था जो सिमिलर स्पेस में थे, वहाँ पे इंटरव्यू दिया था.
So it so happened that I started interviewing with 3 companies in parallel, but ये वाली कंपनी को मैं नाइट शिफ्ट की वजह से आई वॉज कीपिंग इट एट द बैक बर्नर कि नहीं करूँगा, मैं इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस के लिए रख लेता हूँ. And these 2 companies kept on progressing. And it so happened कि Ankita के experience से I heard in the property case that she kept on increasing the figures. कि she wanted to sell her salary, her property for say 40 lakhs. थोड़े दिनों में she wrote 60 lakhs.
Oh.
Next few days she wrote 80 lakhs. And with the passage of time, by the 20th, 21st day, whatever day, she was able to sell it for more than what she had written.
Okay.
I thought कि अगर अंकिता के साथ ऐसा हो सकता है तो शायद मेरे साथ भी हो सकता होगा ना.
Of course, रेजिडेंस आता है ना, वो भी सेम है, मैं भी सेम हूँ.
तो मैंने कहा यार चलो,
वो तो उसके कोई 4 हाथ है, 2 कान है, 4 कान है.
राइट. तो मैंने 5th 6th day into writing the manifestation statements. पहले तो I was okay to get the same salary package even in the new organization. 4th 5th day I added 3 lakhs more to it. शर्माते हुए.
करेज आ गया, थोड़ा डर लगता है ना.
हाँ, पहले लगता रहा कि अरे यार
इतना डेस्परेट हूँ ये भी मिल जाए, मतलब आई एम श्योर अगर अच्छी जॉब मिलती, कम पे मिलती तो भी आप ले लेते.
That is so true.
Right? That is true, right?
Yeah.
कि
मैं कम पे भी ले लेता.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन इतनी थी ना.
कम पे ले लेता. बट जैसे जैसे मैं लिखता गया ना, मेरा थोड़ा सा विश्वास बढ़ता गया उस पर. I was easier, I was able to write those 21 statements more comfortably. And it so happened that they said that you just feel what you've written, you reread what you've written, and you feel what you've written, and you feel as if it has happened to you.
Was that easy?
Not earlier, not first 7, 8, 10 days, but uske baad I was making up, you have to fake it till you make it types. I started off with that ki feel kar that you've got a job in the area of your interest and skills. Wow. And you're earning more than what you're currently drawing. Wow. मतलब काम भी अच्छा और सैलरी भी ज़्यादा. Started believing that slowly.
But आपको तो राइटिंग बहुत सबकॉन्शियस एक्ट होता है. एक्चुअली हमको भी इतना ध्यान देते नहीं है राइटिंग पे, बट हमें लगता है हम राइट अपने हाथों से कर रहे हैं. एक्चुअली थॉट तो पहले दिमाग में स्टार्ट होता है. द कमांड ट्रेवल्स फ्रॉम द ब्रेन.
ओके.
व्हेन चिल्ड्रन लर्न ग्रॉस एंड फाइन मोटर, पहले वो ग्रॉस मोटर सीखते हैं, तो ग्रॉस मोटर क्लास्पिंग शोल्डर से चालू होता है,
राइट,
और फिर वो फाइन मोटर सीखते हैं. सो राइटिंग इज एक्चुअली अ वेरी सबकॉन्शियस एक्ट.
ओके.
एंड वो मानते हैं कि आप कुछ भी झूठ नहीं लिख पाओगे. अगर आप फील नहीं कर पा रहे हो ना, तो आप इससे काफ़ी लोग छोड़ देते हैं.
ओके.
सो द फैक्ट दैट यू आर एबल टू फील इट, यू आर एबल टू बिलीव दैट आई डिजर्व एंड आई एम वर्दी ऑफ something better. Wow.
Yeah, I mean somewhere the angle of surrender had also come, that I had let the universe take control कि आप देखो which role is in area of my interest and skills.
Right.
There are times when we don't know what is my skill. You do so many things.
Right.
What you're good at, you don't know at times.
Right.
Or what is your interest? You are good at singing, you're good at talking to people, you're good at maintaining good relationships. But there could be another thing that you're good at, but you're not aware of it, right? But the universe is aware of everything, So this is very recent understanding. I mean, I wasn't in this space for the longest of times, but last 4 years, I think I've changed as a person, I've improved as a person. And every 3-4 years, I would increase the number of the price, the salary on the manifestation diary.
डर लगता था पहले, कैसे करूँ?
हाँ, पहले शर्म आती थी कि अरे क्या लिख रहा है, इतना मार्केट डाउन है, you are desperate, why are you even increasing it by 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs? तो थोड़े दिनों बाद कॉन्फिडेंस आना शुरू हुआ, and I kept on adding the price number. 17th 18th day into the system, while I was writing those manifestation statements, this third company which I was not keen on, but they had a final round with me, round 3, and they said, I told them that I'm not interested in a night shift. They said, let's do one thing, you log in at 12 in the afternoon, 12 at noon, and log out by 9.
बढ़िया.
मैंने
तो
कहा
जो ब्लॉक था वो तो निकल गया.
ब्लॉक खत्म हो गया. मैंने कहा डिजिटल मार्केटिंग का स्पेस जिसमें मेरा कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, these guys are keen on having me and giving me the same time slot that I usually work in. So this is probably the EMEA space, right? 12 से 9 के आसपास. US में भी they were able to accommodate 12 to 9 kind of a space. This was 17th, 18th day. And these two companies were fighting with each other. कौन ज़्यादा package देगा? Because I had that experience 5 years ago.
Right.
Of the 5 years.
Same domain का.
Same domain. So they were increasing the packages की 2 लाख extra ले लो हमारे को join कर लो, 2 लाख extra ले लो हमें join कर लो. So these guys were fighting and this third company was sitting idle. They were just offering me a good role. I was happy with them. And it so happened, by the 21st day, these guys were fighting with each other. The final package which one of those had given, I quoted the same to the third company. And I said, this is what I'm getting, sir. Please let me know what's best for you. You won't believe the third company gave me 5 lakhs more than what I had
Finally received.
Wow. From the other two.
And was that number there on your gratitude sheet?
It was, no, sorry. The number that I had written, so I kept on increasing the number every few lakhs. This third company gave me 5 lakhs more than what I had written the last.
You're kidding me.
Trust me.
And her time बढ़ाते गया.
Every few days I kept on increasing it by 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. End में the third company came in, gave me the role of my choice, gave me the time slot of my choice. Salary also more than what I had manifesting or what I was writing for. So I was blown away.
ये कैसा हो रहा है?
ये हो क्या रहा है? You know? And life changed, drastically in just 21 days.
But what all changed? It's not the money, right? Because that was not, you were looking for more value.
True.
And
True.
so this was in 2022, you said?
22, yeah.
I think there are so many of us who will watch this video and say, पागल ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. But I think what changed for you was you said, let me try.
Yeah.
With a belief and not try saying, ठीक है, एक दिन में तो नहीं हुआ, 2 दिन में नहीं हुआ, but to be consistent with our beliefs.
Yeah, I mean, if I would not have written those statements 21 days in a row, right, it would have been around 30 days. I would have taken breaks, एक दिन, 2 दिन. Right. But then I made it a point the very next day I'll sit again in the morning, 7 or 8 in the morning, slog for 45 minutes because one statement usually took me 2 minutes to 21 times. So 45 minutes के आसपास I used to take early in the morning. And like 10th, 11th day, I used to keep my hands on the diary, reread what I had written, and started feeling what I had written. And actually gave me goosebumps ki actually is it true? Can I get a role in my area of interest and skills? Can I get a salary as high as what I was writing then? And I had no doubts, I had no doubts that this will become a reality. I think I shared this story with a couple of friends and they don't believe it.
Of course.
Right? But they say कि तेरे को कभी डाउट नहीं हुआ कि तू कर रहा है ये सच होगा या नहीं होगा. So I recall I never doubted it.
I think जो लोग डाउट में रहते हैं वो हमेशा डाउट में ही रहेंगे.
हाँ, possibly.
I think it's about, like you said, surrender and trust. Because we don't trust, we don't want to try also because of our poor experience.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, pain इतना comfortable zone है. आपने 2 साल निकाला है तो आपको तो पता होना चाहिए.
Indeed.
That pain is such a comfortable zone that change is so difficult to imagine out of.
Yeah, they say that status quo is your biggest challenge.
Yes.
दर्द में भी लोग मज़ा ढूंढने लग जाते हैं. दर्द feels what do we say? Known, if not known, for a
comfort zone.
Comfort. There's another word for it. दर्द feels
दर्द तो
अपने जैसा.
दर्द में एक बॉम्बे में का दर्द तो अपना है.
हाँ ना, मतलब people don't know what is life without दर्द. तो वो दर्द के साथ ही रहना चाहते हैं, right? And the longer they stay in that phase, difficult it is to come out of it.
Absolutely.
And another thing that I have I would like to share here is, and all thanks to you, trust me, I have shared your journey, the work you're doing with a lot of friends of mine.
Thank you so much.
A lot of friends of mine, because I think my life has transformed because of joining hands.
Thank you so much.
The work you do, the free talks that happen, and I was like, boss, who in this world does things for free? and as good as matlab, I would feel at times when I had joined in 2021 कि one session is worth crores. Why is this guy doing it for free? You know, why is a therapist, somebody who's associated with you, with Joining Hands, why are they dispensing all of this information to 40 people, 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people when they can charge crores for it? You know, you've done a great job last 4-5 years.
Thank you so
Trust
much.
me.
Thank
Trust
you,
me.
Thank you.
You know, I've learned so much.
We have it over here. We're thankful, grateful and blessed.
Definitely. I mean, आप मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपके ऊपर you know your destine आपके ऊपर भगवान का हाथ है.
Thank
that
you so much.
you should do this work.
We do what we can do. You know, I strongly believe that the objective of life is to find your purpose. And then you spend the rest of your life giving that purpose, gift away. A lot of people find the purpose of life and they hold on to it. You know, the gift of life and you hold on to it. If you find the gift of life, the more people you give it to and the more you give it away,
Wow.
the more you can enjoy that gift.
Definitely.
And that's the only reason we do what we do. We love what we do.
Wonderful. You know, and I'm a changed person. I mean, I don't know how much changed I am. There's no barometer to measure your change, but
I think the barometer is your happiness.
yeah.
How you feel.
Yeah.
You know, today you said, again, I'm going to take you back to that point. You said, I keep going back to value add.
Yeah.
Today, if you look at the value add you do to your job, your relationships, what do you feel?
I mean, I want to narrate another story,
Sure,
right? You know, how I have changed. There was an instance in the last 4-5 years when I was on the verge of losing my job with another company. You know, had I been my earlier self, if I would have faced a similar situation of a job loss, I would have lost my mind. You know, I would be it would be a nerve-wracking instance for me. But this time, I served those 3 months of notice period. And I would not say I was completely tension-free, but just probably 20% stressed. But had I been my earlier self, I would have been like 200-300% stressed out because of this कि बॉस जॉब चली जाएगी, क्या करूँगा मैं, नहीं मिली तो क्या हुआ, जॉब मार्केट इज़ बैड.
I think the trust you have in the universe now.
Yeah. You know, I kept on telling myself that बॉस जिसने बनाया है ना, जो यहाँ तक लेकर आया, उसने आगे के लिए भी कुछ सोचा होगा.
And you also know the tools. कि अगर कुछ
And I had tools. I mean, I kept on writing that, you know, I'll manifest a better job for me, a better career for me, right? And when I would feel low, I'll do Ho'oponopono, right? Or I'll do self-affirmation. Is there
Yes.
you know, I'll just, you know, hold my heart and I'll say, all is well, you know, ठीक हो जाएगा, you know, I'm happy and joyful. Or, you know, these are few keywords that resonate really resonate with me, and I've started doing. The moment I feel down, I'll say, you're taken care of.
Wow.
Bhagwan hai tere saath.
That's very powerful.
You're taken care of. You're safe. You're okay.
Yes.
You're taken care of. And I'll say that 10 minutes lying in my bed, and I'm like, चलो अब चलते हैं, कहाँ चल रहा है,
अब दिखाते दुनिया
अब
को
मैं
चलो.
दुनिया को दिखाता हूँ.
That's very nice.
You know, the other time I would be feeling low, then I'll say, I'm happy and joyful, I'm happy and joyful, I'm happy and joyful. 10-15 मिनट किया, I'm like, चल बॉस.
तो भी रिदम दिखा मैंने.
हाँ, ओ बॉस, जो मज़ा आता है उसमें, मतलब these are the tools that I got because of you guys, because of
It's just the
joining
universe.
hands.
We just do what we do. The universe has created these tools. मैंने तो कुछ हमने कहाँ create किया कुछ.
I mean, you're blessed.
Awareness create.
Yeah.
हमने भी जैसे I think like I love what my teacher Hans Tendam says. He says everybody has a job. जो तुम्हारा घर साफ करता है उसकी जॉब है, एंड तुम्हारी एक जॉब है, उसमें तुम्हारे में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. अगर वो अपना जॉब अच्छे से कर रहा है, वो खुश है, तुम अपना जॉब अच्छे से करो, तुम खुश रहो.
True.
That's what we do.
That
There
is so true.
no difference between the person that cleans this room that we're sitting in and the work I do. We just do our job because of the love that we have.
Correct. That's so true. That's so
What we do.
meaningful, you know. Not looking down upon people who do jobs different than ours.
हर एक का job होता
सबका
है.
अपना है. Can we do without our maids? No. Can we do without our cooks? No. But why we should not look down upon them.
Everybody has a job to do.
Yeah.
So if you look back, and I'm sure you're enjoying your career right now.
Indeed. I mean, so I'm working with India clients now, and I'm as a sales guy, I'm showcasing how digital transformation can transform their businesses.
Wow.
Right? I'm adding value to. So value add comes, right? So I'm talking about digital marketing. I'm talking about digital channels, the websites, the apps, the social medias through which a company can reach out to their audiences, right? How talking about a pharma company who's one of our clients, so how a pharma company can reach out to its patients who are struggling with breathing problems, right? So they are curating a website to engage with their audiences who are struggling with breathing problems.
Wow.
So they talk about what's the AQI in the city, what's the pollution level, or how's the weather today. Basis that they make the recommendations on their website.
Wow.
Right? Or you should take steam today. You should close the windows today because the AQI is high. Right? So those kind of recommendations they are making. Right? They're helping people to locate the.
And you're part of this.
I'm part of. So now
this transformation for them.
Indeed. So my
just
team,
by being a website earlier, we just gave the company information, the digital. That's the value add.
Yeah. So I was able to think. So my role as a sales guy is to show the vision to the organization that if you're currently at rank number 4 globally, if you want to become a rank number 3, these are the 5-6 steps that you have to do.
Everything is digital and social now.
Correct. Digitally, you have to reach out to your audiences. These are the channels that you need to pursue. This is the kind of engaging content that you need to publish on your websites. These are the apps that you could use.
Very nice.
These are the influencers you could engage with. So
very nice. Very cool.
Right. So I'm able to help draft that universe for our clients now.
Very nice. Very cool.
Right. Earlier it was very
transactional.
ये चाहिए यहाँ से पकड़ा यहाँ दे दिया. Right. But now I'm able to show that vision to the organizations and help them on that. So my team, my tech teams, they are able to take them on that journey technology wise, but I'm the one who in the initial stage is able to craft that vision for them.
So all the 3 facets that you spoke about earlier, there is value add, so you enjoy your role.
Indeed.
I'm presuming you have a good boss.
So I have multiple bosses.
Okay. But you have good people to deal with.
Definitely, it's a kind of a family that I'm working. It's a family-owned run business, and very good, beautiful, warm-hearted people.
Great work environment. You make the money you want.
Indeed.
And I'm presuming all the targets that you have sales with.
We are on the verge. We've excelled or we've gone past our targets.
Or catch it.
Right. So, good bosses, very good CEO, very good bosses in India, in Dubai, in the US. So we are spread across the globe. So I'm working with 3 different bosses, one in India, one in Dubai, one in the US, and 3 gentlemen. We've gone past our targets. I'm able to add value to the clients that I'm working with. I think it's a win-win situation for me.
And all thanks to manifestation.
Indeed. I started off with manifestation where I was writing in the first instance. In the second instance, I was able to manifest without writing.
Oh, nice. फ्रीक्वेंसी बन गई थी.
हाँ, मतलब अब मुझे पता था कि I have to just maintain that positive frame of mind, and I was not doubting it will happen. It took its time. I spent 3 months of notice period and 2 months without a job, but I was not stressed. I didn't have any doubt, and things kept on happening, and I landed a job where I wanted to.
How cool. Very nice.
So, yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Pleasure.
I cannot let you go without asking you 2-3 more questions.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is, if you had a song to sing about this journey, this 2-3 years, what song would you resonate with?
सोचना पड़ेगा. No, but I think the short phrase that I've created for myself, which I just talked about, I think that has become my motto. When हाँ मतलब yeah, so that's what I'm just, the simple thing like, I'm happy and joyful, 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 I'm happy and I'm happy and joyful, I'm happy and joyful, I'm happy and joyful.
You can feel it. It just lifts up your entire
You know,
mood.
10 minutes into the session, I'm like, chal boss, let's do it.
एक record करो इसको यार.
Trust me.
You should record it.
You know, already I'm feeling higher than I was earlier.
I'm sensing it, right?
Yeah.
Just by saying, you know, like you said, you fake it till you make it, but you can feel the energy rise.
Right. I mean, I'm getting those goosebumps in my body. I'm a little higher already. So 10 minutes can do wonders to you if you have your keywords which resonate with you. The kind of energy you want to enjoy, you can do that to yourself.
Very nice. And do you yet practice gratitude regularly? For anything that you desire?
Not to desire, but to feel thankful for what I already have. You know, life has changed big time. You know, बैग भी है. पहले तो बैग को पैर मार देते थे. अभी ऐसा पैर लग भी गया तो sorry bro. You know, तू ऊपर आ जा.
Wow.
You know, you be on the table. तू नीचे नहीं रहे. पहले होता था कि पैर लग रहा है तो कोई नहीं, ठीक है. तो पहले ऐसा लगता था कि अरे ये पुराने लोग करते थे, जो हम ऐसे करते ना. तो पहले लगता था कि और ये पुराने लोग करते हैं. अभी लाइक वाओ, सॉरी ब्रो. बैग को you know you're feeling as if it's a human being. It has its energy, it has its feeling. So I've started valuing everything around me much more than I used to earlier.
Very nice.
So life has become much more smoother. I would not say that there are no challenges in my life. A lot of challenges in my life, but I'm not stressed out.
I think you have the tools to deal with whatever life throws at you.
Yeah. I mean, I use Ho'oponopono a lot.
Of course.
I journal. Whenever I'm feeling bad, then I write it out and I then burn that page. Or when I am not able to make a decision, then I just keep writing it down till I'm able to reach a decision.
Nice.
That's another way of, reaching a decision. Meditation, I've off late started doing.
Oh, very nice.
You know, I've taken a lot of your sessions when you've guided us through
Thank you so much.
meditations, and I have felt so light after them. And then I was like, yaar, next session kab hoga Hitesh ka? You know, but if it would happen after a month, to tab tak main kya karun? Then I started using some online apps.
Very nice.
You know, for guided meditations. And off late, I have reached this. I'm trying to get into a phase wherein I would not need guided meditations. I would just be there, cross my legs, focus on my breath, and just try to stay with my breath.
Like a stillness exercise.
Stillness.
Very nice.
अभी मेरे को उसका impact नहीं पता चला बहुत ज़्यादा.
धीरे-धीरे सब. I mean, it's all cumulative. This never works in silos.
हाँ. So from guided meditations with you to apps on a daily basis to unguided meditations very recently. And I'm really looking forward कि इसका impact क्या आएगा. You know, every tool that I have used, I have seen a lot of impact, positive impact on me. Unguided meditation मैंने अभी शुरू किया है, so I'm really looking forward.
It'll have a huge impact. And thank you so much for sharing your story, Sahil.
Pleasure.
I always say it takes great courage to come up and talk about our pains, talk about what we're going through. We put this image on social media that we're always happy.
Yeah.
But no one really shares what they're going through.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of courage, to come up over here and say. And thank you so much for doing that. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
For all your journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.